like to learn Sif Beis. We're in Kuf Nun Hey, and we discussed Sif Aleph. Sif Beis is a fascinating halacha, and it's sort of a little bit ambiguous. Now we said very clearly, okay, so what does that sound like to you? No interruptions. Now let's learn Sif Beis, and we're going to be a little bit confused. Can you translate what the word yuchal means? Able. What does that mean? Now, to make matters worse, the next words that it says here in the Chaver are really confusing. So don't become rogoboy, and then you won't have that to. I consider that an insult to my Beis, right? But this is right. But this is the problem, right? It doesn't, right?
Well, we don't assume that someone's doing that since birth. Going from
so which part of the sentence would you like to get rid of? I'm with you.
To get rid of it, but
if I were to write this halacha, what would I write? Yeah, if something was I do it to rogoboy and not rogoboy. If today you need it, tomorrow you don't. I need a coffee. You really need one? I want one. Why? Because
needs regular intervals.
So, but right now we're talking about the guy planning out his life. There's a life coach issue. Where are we over here in the Sif? No, there's
I think that's part of the flow.
I'm right now starting off my life. Okay? I'm about to age 30. Okay? So, Rabbi, how should I make my day? Right? How I like to say that there's a kids going on. All right? Should a person eat breakfast before he goes to work? Give him stress.
Like to make kids before the kids. Try to go
You and I. Anyways, so I'd like to share with you why do I eat breakfast in the morning? Hungry. Okay. Actually, it's not a good reason, not a good reason. That's probably true, right? I'm sorry. All right. Anyways, Tova.
Yeah.
That means this is this is a good way to run your life. A good habit. In other words, it's called tzas mitzvah. A healthy thing to do. You know, but this is part of your, part of your avodas Hashem is to keep your body fit. A person would think that his body was to him, and you're a shem chinam on your body. Kadosh Baruch Hu says, "Will you pasheya with the body I gave you?" Most of us will probably say that we're pasheya. After 120, you don't have much of a choice, right? You have to say the truth. You don't think so? What?
I don't think you pasheya. I mean, you want to be healthy, and you do everything you can in order to be able that you should. I don't
want to insult you. You're a liar. I know nothing about the way you conduct your life. But I would. There's no such thing as an extra piece of cake. Not one is permissible. Refined sugar? Are you out of your mind? They're not healthy. That's going to take care of your body. There's more sugar to your body in a teaspoon of sugar than a pound of honey. Yeah, check it out. Google it. You'll find out. All right? The HaKadosh Baruch Hu created the world sweet and healthy. We 24/7. That's a real healthy way to live. So it's not downtime, right? Yeah, I'm not picking on you personally. Don't ask about myself, okay? I'm not going to get involved in that either. But the purpose over here is, so this becomes actually part of a person's avodas Hashem, if you want to call it that. You're taking care of your body. If you understand that you have your body and you want to make sure that you're healthy, so this is what a person's supposed to do. Now, let's see the Bir Halacha. There's before I see the Bir Halacha, I just like to mention a Maimon Chazal, which makes absolutely no sense to me. Though even scientifically, I may even understand it, but it still makes no sense to me. There's a person who doesn't eat the first 6 hours that they're up. It's Gezorek Even L'Chelos. Makes absolutely no sense to me. I didn't say I can't tell you the medical explanation of that. It still doesn't make sense to me. Because at the end of the day, the person gets energy. Yeah. Maybe there's a big thud to it, but it's not a nothing. A person comes over to me after Neil and he says, "So Rabbi, it's already 25 miles away. Wait till tomorrow morning to eat." What do I get to tell him? You do so much chewing, you clean your brains out. What am I going to tell him? Of course you should eat.
You're saying that the expression is
It's an
exaggeration.
I think it's referring to there's a certain negative aspect. It's not saying that it's just like you're putting a stone in water and raising the water level because you really fill anything up. I don't think it's saying that. What does that ever mean? I understand you have a flask of water and you throw a rock into it. So now the flask is fuller. Is it really fuller? No. That's what it means. Right? So I don't think that I said something that right now that Chazal weren't aware of, that if you eat after your fast, that you feel better, right? No, they obviously didn't mean exactly what they're saying. They're alluding to some kind of a concept. So how much money, how much food does the person have to eat to get his body going? So I'm going to read right now the Pir Halacha, and I think it's an enlightening thought. Ya v'yuchal lechol mashma v'tor the yochel oz rak ma'at. You need to get the system going. That doesn't mean that that's what you're supposed to be eating. The Gemara says that a person's meal is supposed to be close to Chatzai Sayayim. And that's the Gemara Chulu, it's making chesed of people's sudas when you have them. So the big breakfast, it seems from this halacha, is a bit of a myth. Now that's one thing. The other thing I'd like to share with you about this Gemara, which is fascinating. This Gemara is a Gemara Bab Mitzvah. And, you know, in America, you're brought up that you should have your cereal and milk and a cup of orange juice. What?
Wheaties in the morning.
I refrained. No one paid me to make a commercial, so I did that. Okay? But you're supposed to have your cup of orange juice. Okay? Here it says, L'kita and Shalmaya. That's what the Gemara says. Now, the Gemara is about Mitzvah. What? Yeah.
I don't think Shepherd Canada is around in
No. I'll read to you the Gemara. The Gemara is, you're not going to believe me when I read it to you. Because that's something which, after I read the Gemara, you'll say, I know who wrote this.
Probably the Rambam.
No. The last person. No. What's important? Kiton Shamayim Lemi She'ein Lo Yayin. What a happy day we have today, right?
What a way to start a day. Right?
She said, where did Rashi live? Friends, right?
Yeah,
What? Yeah, I'm sure he had a lot of customers. Didn't say he had it for breakfast, right?
In France, they did.
I think no. So I now it's very strange, right? You know, it's right. The Gemara says the Gemara. No, it's something. Rashi is mafarish. Rashi is mafarish. The Gemara says if we should have pas v'kita shalmayim. Now, if we were in Cheder, we would ask, what's bothering Rashi? Why did Rashi say Yemei Lo Yayin? Why did Rashi say that? What?
It wasn't safe to drink water in France.
Okay. Now, not only that, what does the Chartzian say? Yemei Lo Sharmashkin. Now, he omitted the wine. He alludes to Rashi, he omits the wine. So what's going on? I would like to offer an explanation. Now, I would an explanation on two levels. This is a scientist, a Rambam-like explanation. Water has absolutely no value. Water is the lubricant that keeps your system going. You know, it goes in, it goes out. It's not, there's no nutrition in water. Water, you need to have water. It doesn't combat anything. It doesn't give you anything. You know, in, out. I think that's almost like a stira of words. It doesn't combat dehydration, right? It doesn't give you anything. It takes away you getting a chasar. The food, the Gemara over here is saying that foods will help us alleviate illness. Dehydration is not an illness. That's when your car is out of gas. So you take it to the mechanic. You say, what's wrong with it? He says, nothing. How come it doesn't work? There's no gas. So you say, plug it in. Right? Right? No, there's nothing. That's not. So it seemed that was bothering Rashi. Rashi didn't understand how Kitar Shamayim could be part of this Gemara. It's not doing anything for your water. Right? So he says you should have yayin. Now, why would a person say yayin? I believe that if you wanted to know, wine in the moderate amount is actually very good. It's good for many things. Beer has much more negative things to it than wine. Beer is a worse beverage health-wise than wine, and could be those are the two obvious choices of beverages. So I don't know which one is actually healthy for the body or not. I don't know. So Rashi says, yayin. The Sharitzion tweaks it. I don't know.
When I was a kid in Sholo was herring and a shot.
1 second.
That was after that.
1 second. That was what? What was the purpose of that? To get people to come to shul. What was the purpose of that? That was to keep you healthy. What?
That was the second.
Yeah, the boldies. Right? Not even.
So how does it explain that the Turkey was passing out? It's going to drink water there.
Yeah, on the contrary.
So you're saying you don't need it?
What's that? That Ma'amar Chazal is telling you that you should be a mistapik with the least amount that you can do.
So is it healthy or not healthy?
It's the minimum. Without that, that's not. A person is going to eat pas v'melach by the Surah. He will not be a robust fellow. He won't. And that's exactly what the Mishnah is saying. You should have a limp along existence, not what we call a robust existence. Because you're not supposed to be, I love the words of the 21st century, a foodie. You're not supposed to be a foodie. Right? How do you say that in Hebrew? Is there a word for a foodie in Hebrew?
There's a lot of space between that and the food.
The Gemara says a person should be mispalo shleikonis madanim lemeyai before he's mispalo shleikonis lemeyai. Right? In other words, it's harmful for ruchnius eating food.
So this is a wine called the Madan. Rashi says.
No, that Rashi is talking about a person who wants to be healthy. That this is a health. This Gemara belongs in the Rambam in Hilchos Beis. It's telling you how to live a healthy life. This is true. I want to tell you something. I say this over all the time. I'm not going to find any of that. It's one that was given at Sinai. Why? This is one that's given at Sinai. Right? There are those people, and I've said this over Baal Peh. I'm going to read it over here because it's really a fascinating thing. And this speaks about people who are shy away from indulging in Olam Hazeh. Says the Taz. You should know HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Haynu misha oichel v'shoyse u'ma'ad nafshoy kedei shetia bari v'chazak l'avodas Hashem Yisbarach. I will deny that I said this, by the way, shortly. V'chazak l'avodas Hashem Yisbarach yesh lo yischar k'moy shemes anet. Just like fasting. V'dvarim ha'elu asmachta kro. Shov l'cha mashkimei kum. You guys who are blary-eyed, staying up learning, you're wasting your time. Sheyesh Talmid Chacham sheminadim sheina meinehem v'oiskim b'teira harbe. There are those that are burning the midnight oil. V'yesh Talmid Chacham sheyeshenim harbe. They sleep a lot. Kedei sheyeh lahem koyach chazak v'zvizas chalev la'asak b'teira. Ubemes yochol lilmod b'sha'achas mashazeh mitztayeh v'oisik l'shtei shos. Being that they are alert, they can accomplish in 1 hour what it takes those blurry-eyed guys 2 hours. Ubevadai shnehem yesh lahem schar b'shavah. Paskins the Taz that both of them have the same schar. Al kenomar shav lachem. You're wasting your time. Dahainu b'chinam lachem sha'atem mitztayim u'mashkimim b'poker u'me'achil al Shabbos u'chulu, because you're doing it for free. You could have the lap of luxury and get to the exact same place.
Where's this bus?
It doesn't exist. It's an evidence in Chofei. Okay? Now,
So he's totally against the Mishnah Berurah.
now, I don't think so. I think that he also knows the Gemara says that there's halacha in Shulchan Aruch, there's no hasaga on the Taz, of the Taz in Hilchos Talmud Torah, where it says that I mean, if I remember this Taz, I'm sure the Taz remembers the Taz, right? So in Hilchos Talmud Torah, the halacha is quite clear that you will not be zoicha to the Torah if you sleep at night and if you eat and drink. It's just not going to happen. Okay, well, that's what we're going to show you. I'll show you 1 second. I'll tell you where it's over here. I'm why am I not finding it? Here we go. Okay. Ein givrei Torah miskayim b'risha misrapa atzma aleim. V'loy midod v'loy beloymdim mitoich idon u'mitoich achilo shtia. Quite clear, okay? Ela b'misha meimis atzma lel u'mitztaya guf v'tomid. Okay? How can you not ask me where this one is? Okay? V'loy yiteng shina la'ena v'snua le'avapo. Okay? Quite clear. Is that what it says, right? This one is in Siman Reish Mem Vav. This one will tell you where it is. Okay? So, well, I guess maybe we'll give you an answer to this question. I don't think it's